All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church. Congregation, come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. I got one for y'all. I'm having a little trouble with my stand lately. No. It's going down. See, it keeps sliding down on me. All right, y'all. Listen. Let's get right into this video. We're going to be talking about former prosecutor in Baltimore by the name of Marilyn Mosby, age 44. If you don't know, Marilyn Mosby was the prosecutor behind the prosecution of the 6 officers in Baltimore for killing Freddie Gibbs while arresting him and detaining him. So, we all seen the video. If you don't remember, this was during Obama's administration, him on his way out before Trump's first term as president. And Obama was in office at this time. So this was like 2014, 2015, or 2015 going into the election for 2016, where we know Trump became president, defeating Hillary, and this was Obama's second term. Anyway, if you remember the Baltimore video, it showed them dragging him because he could not walk on his own. And I've always believed that they had already broke his back, right? Broke his spine, because that's how he died, before they got him in that truck. And if you look at that, you can see that he wasn't able to walk no more when they was dragging him to put him into the police wagon. And this was Freddie Gray, okay? And this is when Baltimore went into the riot, and the mayor of, I believe this was West Baltimore, the mayor, I forgot her name, but she didn't handle it very well. In fact, she allowed them to riot. She just did not handle that Freddie Gray situation very well. But Marilyn Mosby was the woman that was the prosecutor that prosecuted the 6 officers in that incident. So if you don't know, you can go look it all up and see it, and then you'll know where we're at with it. But anyway, now this prosecutor has become the ex-prosecutor for the city. She has got herself caught up into being convicted of mortgage fraud during COVID. And she's been convicted in 2 separate trials. The mortgage fraud and perjury in a federal court. So she committed perjury by falsely, what was it? 2 counts. She was convicted of 2 counts of perjury because she falsely claimed she had financial hardship in front of a federal jury. In a federal court, she claimed that she had financial hardship and she didn't. Excuse me. Because she was claiming that she had financial hardship, and that's what made her go into the city's retirement fund. But she was doing it for personal gain. She was doing it to amass her own wealth, right? To buy and purchase property in Florida. Then she lied on the applications to get some kind of mortgage loan for a vacation home that she already had. Plus, she was trying to get 2 more with the. She was just trying to, you know what I'm saying? She tried to pull a come up. And she tried to take advantage of the pandemic, or, I like to say it's just COVID-19. I don't really like to call it a pandemic because there was more diseases and more viruses that had more tolls of death. If you want to call something a pandemic, it's got to have more deaths than anything else out there. And all the diseases that we have out here now that we've been dealing with, all the viruses, was had more death tolls than COVID during all the time that we were being locked down and forced to go by these restrictions and regulations. The death tolls never surpassed any of the things that we already deal with every year. Ride around with that one and then come back to this location. I'll still be here and I'm still going to stand on what I just said. COVID has never beat any other disease and death tolls per year than what we already been dealing with for years and years and years and years and years. It never did it. It never did it. Okay. So anyway, yeah, Marilyn Mosby is done for. She is she done got her stuff snatched that she tried to get with that embezzling from the city's retirement fund. They done forfeited that because she didn't earn that. And they trying to get her for 20 months in the feds. It should be longer. She should be doing longer than 20 months in the feds. She should be doing longer than 20 months in the feds. But the one thing though, I'm kind of like, even though this is bad conduct on her part and just another example of how disappointed I'm in black politicians, because they're always getting caught up on this financial corruption is a problem for black politicians, right? Like, white politicians have a thing that they always get caught up in too. Do you get what I'm saying? But one thing I notice about black politicians, they do a lot of embezzling. They do a lot of trying to get in office to get a hold to some money. You know what I'm saying? Fannie, whatever you want to call her, down in Georgia, her and Nathan Wade, financial corruption. There was another woman in Baltimore that sat on the council, or she was high up. She got caught for money, some kind of money corruption. In Chicago, we got the woman in Dalton, Illinois, the mayor trying to call herself super mayor, but really she just stupid mayor. Okay, she's caught up in all kinds of fraudulent money corruption, corrupt money behavior. And there's another one that's like right down in another town in Illinois. It's a male mayor, a black male mayor, in another part of Illinois, caught up in the same kind of corruption. Money is dealing with money. And I just noticed that about black politicians. They deal with a lot of they touch a lot of money with the purpose of corrupting its use. Nonprofit organizations. Look at Black Lives Matter. The women who founded that caught up in taking money for themselves and living lavish lives with the Black Lives Matter money that was raised to do something else. Just misuse of funds and corruption to live lavish lives. It's always them doing it to live lavishly themselves and deprive the very people that they go around. Listen, these politicians got a habit of going around bullying, talking real. You know how, see, street people, we ain't buying what they doing. But they know white people kind of shun away when they get to hooping and hollering. So they get to hooping and hollering like they in a Baptist church preaching. And white people, they it's like a blow to them for some reason. So they hear them doing all this hooping and hollering and all this gangster talking that they done learned on the street. They really just imitating. They ain't even cut like that. All these are somewhat well-educated black people who took advantage of knowing that they done heard some street talk, and they also done went to school, and they know the street talk kind of make people go, ooh, okay, well, here. That's how black politicians do. Oh, it's gonna be a record. You know, you hear something like that, you like, what the heck? Okay, just get them what they want, get them out the way. And that right there makes them go into the habits that they do of embezzling and get caught up in corruption because they think they done gangstered their way into something. And then they see the money, they see the potential to take some money and line their pockets. But now you done did all that hooping and hollering, talking about systemic racism. But this is systemic corruption on your part. Because y'all just get in office to be corrupt. And city retirement fund means the city. It's for the city. So whatever you took, you was taking away from your own people. Baltimore, that's an urban area. Where she was a prosecutor at was an urban area. Okay, where she made her bones at and got most notable for, Marilyn, Mosby, was for the Freddie Gray situation, which is an urban area. So, come on now. But yeah, that's what we, you know what I'm saying, we blacks do. Oh! You know, and you can see it because like they go to a restaurant and it's white people working. You'll see a black person getting acting fool with people just because they white. Because they think they're gonna shun away. All I got to do is just act black. That's what you calling it. But it's really being stupid. It's not being black. I'm gonna act a fool up in here. I'll get what I want. It's shady. It's wicked. It's evil. But y'all do it. And they do it in politics too. So anyway, that be, I hope they fry her. And she should get way more than just 20 months. She should get 5 to 7 years in there. It's got to stop this stuff. You take it from your own people too. They going in there and dabbing in people's money like I was talking about the mayor in Dalton. She out there just robbing these people. She got them people in so much debt, like millions of dollars of this small town of black folks that just want to live a good life. A nice rural area. Crime is low. It should be a shining example of when you don't have these urban gangs coming to destroy what a community could be as black people. So you should show you should be a shining example of how black people can live a suburban life where it's a majority of black people and it's successful and prosperous and clean. But what you done did, you done went down to Dalton and you done went and made it street ghetto. Even she's allegedly had a person that sits on the board of trustees with her, because she's on the board of trustees and the mayor, that she had the person's house shot up. Like it's just some urban gang infested city. That's what you're doing. You're doing everything that says y'all black people are savages. That's what they think of us. Because that's what you're doing as a black person. Instead of making that a place, a prosperous, gorgeous, beautiful suburb. A black suburb. Beautiful, gorgeous place to be where people want to put their money and get involved in it and watch that grow. Where a majority of black people live at that is successful and prosperous. That's what you should be doing as mayor. You should prove that that's what you could do. But you went in there and started stealing money, taking money and spending money unnecessarily and just doing all kinds of stuff. Then dogging the people out and trying to fight them with your mouthiness and that raunchy, savage stuff, tricking these people into thinking you so gangster that they can't do nothing about it. You terrible, despicable. And Marilyn Mosby, you got found out. You did all this police accountability and transparency, and you was doing stuff behind closed doors that needed transparency and accountability, and you gonna get held accountable, and you need to be held accountable to the full extent of the law. On that, y'all like, share, comment. Let me know what y'all think. Get the views up. And on that, this is Street Church. I'm letting the congregation out. God bless.